Hey everyone, Julia from Sunday Sounds here. In this video, we're going to take a look at our song-specific patch designed in the style of the song you see on the screen. I'm going to demonstrate this song patch in its original key and at its original tempo. You can change the key you play or hear the song patch in by using Easy Transpose, and you can change the tempo as well. Details on how to adjust both the key and the tempo are included in your download. For this video, I'll be demonstrating the MainStage version of this song-specific patch. If you purchase the Ableton Live version, you'll be able to use this video to follow along just the same, seeing as the hand positions, song sections, layer ranges, and sound of the patch are the same. In MainStage, you'll use your mod wheel to move through the various song sections. In Ableton, you'll use the macro knob labeled Song Section. Be sure to check out the full demo video for this song patch to see all the parts and sections in order and how we move the song section control throughout the song. This song patch has piano, pads, synth, arps, and bass, all triggered in the left-hand range, which stretches from here up to here. Then there's a piano sound from this note all the way up the rest of the keys. And when the song section control is at 2/3 or above, you'll hear a synth lead sound from this note up the rest of the keys as well. You'll start the song with the song section control all the way down for your intro, verses, turnaround, and down chorus. At 1/3 is the medium chorus and medium turnaround. At 2/3 is the instrumental and the big chorus. And all the way up is just the bridge. And remember that whether you're in MainStage or Ableton Live, these positions are the same. For the intro, you'll have the song section control all the way down. You'll play octaves in the left hand and chords in the right hand. Here's how I like to voice my chords for this section. So you'll notice my right hand stays in the same position for most of the time. I like to keep this note in the highest note of my right hand for the entire time. But then my right hand just has to change between these notes and these notes. So altogether, it sounds like this. This part does come back later in the song as the turnaround. For the turnaround, you'll play octaves in the left hand, and then your right hand will jump up to play a riff up high. And this is a part that mirrors what the electric guitar is doing. Here's what it sounds like. And then here it is with both hands. You will play the turnaround one more time later in the song, and you'll play everything the same way for that part. You will have the song section control at 1/3 for that section, just because it is a transition part. I do also want to note here that as you're playing this song, you'll want to make sure that you are using the pedal a lot. Make sure you're not refreshing the pedal until you get to the next chord. This is because there are lots of arps and pulsing synth things happening in the left-hand range. And if you refresh your pedal before you get to the next chord, then it could mess up the rhythm and the pattern, and it could start to sound a little weird. So because the chord changes are all syncopated throughout this entire song, you just want to make sure you're using that pedal throughout the entire thing and keeping it down in all of the spaces between the chords. For the down verse, you'll have the song section control all the way down. You'll play octaves in the left hand and chords in the right hand. And I like to voice these chords the same way as in the intro. This will be the same way throughout most of the song when you're playing chords. But if you want to voice them in different ways, you can absolutely do that, because you do have piano notes in this octave all the way up. So again, here's how I like to voice the chords of this section. The first time through the verse, you'll play a full verse, which is 4 times through the chord progression. Then the next 2 times you play a verse, they'll both be half as long. So just watch for those parts in the demo. The first time you play the chorus, you'll have the song section control at 1/3. You'll play octaves in the left hand and chords in the right hand. I like to voice these chords the same way as we did in the verse in the intro. And you'll play through the same chord progression as well. The next time you play the chorus, you'll play everything the same way. Then the final time you play the chorus, you'll start with the song section control all the way down, play octaves in the left hand, chords in the right hand. Then halfway through, you'll move the song section control to 1/3. Continue playing everything the same way. Then on the repeat of this chorus, you'll move the song section control to 2/3 and again play everything the same way. I do want to note that if you are changing up your chords during this section, if you want to play them higher, that's perfectly fine. But just do remember that you do have a synth lead that comes in on this note and stretches across the rest of the keys when the song section control is at 2/3. So just be sure to keep your chords below that note for this part. For the instrumental and the bridge sections, you'll start with the song section control at 2/3. You'll play octaves in the left hand and a synth lead in the right hand. Here's what the synth lead sounds like. And here it is slowed down. And then here it is with both hands. You'll play 2 times through that chord progression for the instrumental. Then you'll move the song section control all the way up. And you'll play 2 more times through this chord progression with the lead in the right hand and everything the same in the left hand. This will be the first half of the bridge. Then for the second half of the bridge, you'll play a new chord progression. And that progression sounds like this. So instead of playing the 5 and minor 6, you're going to play a minor 2 and a 1/3. And your right hand will still play that same lead. So with both hands, it looks like this. Then once you play through that chord progression once, you will play a shortened version of this part where you play the minor 2, 1/3, and 4, and hold that for just one measure. Then play it again, and one final time. Those could be considered tags on the end of the bridge if you want to think of them that way. And just be sure to watch for that part in the demo to see how it rolls and transitions to the next section. You will play the bridge one more time at the very end of the song. For this part, you'll again have the song section control all the way up, play octaves in the left hand and that same synth lead in the right hand. And the structure of this one will be the same as the previous bridge. You'll play 2 times through that first version of the chord progression that starts on the 5. Then you'll play 1 time through the version that starts on the minor 2. And then you'll play those series of tags or shortened versions of the chord progression at the very end of the song. Be sure to watch the full demo video to see all these parts in order and how we move the song section control throughout the song. Song-specific patches work best in the Sunday Keys template for MainStage and Ableton Live. Sunday Keys gives you all the sounds and tools you need to play live worship keys, and all of our song-specific patches integrate seamlessly with Sunday Keys. You can learn all about Sunday Keys for MainStage and Ableton Live on our website. Thanks for checking out this song-specific patch. I'm Julia with Sunday Sounds, and I'll see you next time.